I've been in Cape Town for a number of years now. I have a call centre here, and I have a friend who's from back home who has a coaching school, and we sort of decided to merge the two with the view to sending coaches that worked in the call centre into the local schools to coach football originally. Ubuntu came about, obviously they're a local football academy that focus on a lot of the same things that we focus on, in terms of not just being purely about football, or for, in my case, about the call centre, but also about sort of helping create opportunities for people and sort of helping them off the field or out of the office, as well as on the field or in the office.
So it gave the players involved in the program the chance to pursue two different career opportunities: professional football and employment in the call center or as coaches. And yeah, 18 months on, we've had a number of players go through the program, and we've had some very notable success stories in both directions, both players signing as professionals, but also others thriving in the call center and getting various promotions. If I look at the players that have gone through the program, a great example is Lance Weaver, who came across here to TIFO and worked in the center, worked very long hours every single day.
Looking back at my time in the call center, it was very challenging because I would have to get up very early in the morning for training and then work till late at night and then do the whole thing over again. So by a Thursday or Friday, your energy is gone.
But he has probably benefited now in the medium term, where the club that he's at now, Stellenbosch FC, the coaches particularly highlight to us his outstanding work ethic and also his ability to do more work by himself independently, not only waiting for the coaches on feedback, but doing his own video analysis, doing extra work in the gym, sort of being more independent and taking more initiative. And I think that to a degree comes from the work experience that he has had.
They taught me that you need discipline to keep you going, even when you don't want to. Because some days you don't have motivation, you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to run, you don't want to train. But then it's discipline inside you that you need, that keeps you there at that level to keep working, to keep doing the right things. Because motivation at the end of the day runs out, but discipline keeps, the fire going.
If Lance is the example of a young man in his early 20s who has gone on to sign for a PSL professional club through it, I think Zakia is a little bit the other positive example on the spectrum of how the program can go. Before Zakia joined Ubuntu, he had played in the NFD with Amazulu and Santos, so had been a professional football player for a few years. And he has now gone on to be promoted twice to being a group manager here at the call center. He's now got a second career that I think he is enjoying, and that is sustaining his family, keeping him employed. And yeah, he has found a different way to be successful. He still loves the football, but has been a great success here in the center as well.
I was the type of person that didn't really like to speak on the phone at all. Even if I was just ordering my own meal on the phone, I didn't want to do it. So walking into a call center, coming from a soccer field or coming from a football background, it was completely new. I basically just wanted to do the best that I could do with what I had, basically. And a year later, the growth has been, I think it's been more of a surprise to me, because I didn't expect to grow as quick as I did. I basically went from being an agent on the dialer. From there, I became a senior agent who would then still be on the dialer but assist other agents on the floor when no team leaders were around. I then got promoted to a team leader on a probational basis, basically like a 3-month period. From there, I'm now a permanent team leader as well, running one of the biggest campaigns that the call center has at the moment. Apart from the call center as well, I volunteered with TIFO because we do a bit of coaching as well with school kids, and that is something that I love doing, is being involved in football. So it brought me like 2 hours out of the call center, off the dialer, being able to coach kids, which was really great. It was just a voluntary basis. Then beginning of this year, things grew quite a bit with TIFO. I was then asked if I would manage TIFO, basically manage the company and make sure that coaches were going where they needed to be. Things have really, really grown at a rapid pace, and it's proven to me, number one, that I am capable of doing other things apart from just playing football. If I'm done with football, or once I've retired, I do still have a future. Just grateful for the opportunity that TIFO has afforded me, in partnership with Ubuntu as well. So it's really been a blessing.
18 months on, we've seen Lance go one way, we've seen Zakia go the other way, and yeah, it's nice to have that balance.
I think both TIFO and football have kind of merged together very nicely, because there's a lot of things that goes into being a football player, and I think that is the same thing that basically works in the call center as well. You have to be punctual, you have to be respectful, you've got to have discipline, you have to be motivated, you've got to come into work with a positive mindset, whether you're going through something personal in your life or not.
From the TIFO side, the success has been massive. Originally, we was just in 1 or 2 schools, sending a couple of coaches per week. I think last month we did over 80 sessions just across one campus.
In a country with 40% unemployment, I think it is important that our youth, our young men, are gainfully employed and have direction and have people that invest in them in a multitude of different ways. And I think the program leads the way in doing that, and we hope to grow it more and more over the next few months and years.
We're really enjoying working with Ubuntu and looking forward to what the future brings, yeah, definitely.